And here we have it. Now, let's give it a try. Oh my god. It's so good. It's a perfect burger. Mm. Hi there, welcome back. I'm Kiernan, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make the best burgers. Burgers are honestly really simple. I think a lot of people try to overdo them with a ton of different seasonings and stuff, but really all you need is a little salt and pepper, a little Worcestershire sauce, and they turn out incredible. So I have a pound of ground beef, and I have some sesame seed brioche buns. These are the best. I'll have to make another video about how to make those. And then I'm going to make some sweet potato fries to go along with them. And then I love having caramelized onions on mine and mushrooms. So I'm going to chop everything up and then we'll get started. For the sweet potato fries, I'm preheating the oven to 425 degrees. And then I just like to kind of cut the ends off there that are kind of icky. And we'll go lengthwise first. Sweet potatoes can be kind of hard to cut, so just be really careful. And once you have a flat side, that does help make it easier. So I'm kind of just doing about 1/2 inch-ish pieces. I don't know, is that more like an inch? Not sure. Like this size is good because then they'll still get crisp, but you don't want them to get like just completely crisp. Then on the sheet pan, we're just gonna drizzle them and then toss them with some olive oil and sprinkle some sea salt and pepper on them. You can really keep it so simple with these. I just kind of like to give them a little toss, get all the olive oil spread around on them. You can spread them out then. Okay, then I'm just gonna give them a good sprinkle of some salt and do a little pepper as well. Okay, so then I'm going to bake these at 425 for about 15 minutes and then we'll flip them. Okay, next we're going to slice our onion. So I'm going to cut it in two. And then we're going to do just thin slices. So I have my pan preheating on medium heat. And then I'm just going to add the onions. And we'll let them cook down. Okay, so while the onions cook, then we can slice the mushrooms and just kind of thin, not like super thin slices, but you just want them to cook pretty quickly and to be able to put them on top of your burger. Once your onions get to about this kind of translucent stage, I like to add some salt. And you can see they're not so firm. So we can turn the heat down at this point. So I'm going to turn that down just to kind of like a low medium heat. And we'll let those caramelize. So now as your onions are cooking, you just want to keep an eye on them and give them a little toss every couple minutes just so they don't burn as they're caramelizing. And then you want to put your ground beef into a mixing bowl. And then I like to add about a tablespoon of the Worcestershire sauce. And the really important thing with when you're making burgers is you don't want to handle the ground beef too much. So what I like to do is I kind of just break it into about medium-sized pieces and it kind of just crumbles apart. And then I just kind of give it a little mix to get the Worcestershire sauce mixed in there. And really, that's good. That's it. Now I'm going to start forming the burgers. And I'm going to form it into 4 burgers. And then you're going to wait to add the salt and pepper until you're ready to cook. Because once you add the salt, it starts changing the meat. And you don't want that to happen until you're just about to cook it. So I'm going to form the burgers. And I kind of like to just divide it into 4 pieces first. So I know they're all about even. And then I'm going to set my burgers on the plate here and then they'll rest there until I'm ready to cook them. And when I'm forming the burgers, I kind of just do a quick little ball and then just kind of flatten it. And then you want to do a little indent in the middle with your thumb. Okay, and now we gotta give our sweet potato fries a quick little toss. These are smelling so good. I love baking sweet potatoes. They just always smell so yummy. So I just kind of like to flip everything over the best you can, really. And then keep them spread out. Want to make sure everything has air around it. That's how they're gonna get crisp. And these are two pretty big sweet potatoes, so it's almost a little bit too many for the pan, but I think we'll make it work. So now I'm gonna pop these back in the oven for about another 15 minutes. Then for the burgers, I do like to make a little bit of sauce for them just to put on the buns, and it's kind of like the special sauce, and it's really simple. So it's mayonnaise, a little bit of mustard, and then of course some ketchup. Now our pan is piping hot, which is really good. You want it nice and hot. I have it over kind of like a medium high heat. Now we salt and pepper our burgers, and now let's add our burgers. And honestly, it's just easier to pick them up with your hands. And then we're gonna let those cook for about 2 to 3 minutes on each side. You can salt and pepper this side as it's cooking. Okay, so they've been cooking for about 3 minutes now. So we're gonna give them a flip. Then we'll let them cook for about another 2 minutes. I'm also gonna add a little bit of Swiss cheese to these, and then they'll melt really fast. I'm just gonna pop a lid over top of it, and then give that just like a minute. And we're gonna take it off the heat because they are done cooking. Now we're gonna cook our mushrooms. And the first thing we want to do is defroze your pan. If you have a cooking wine or just a little bit of any wine will work. Cooking sherry is really good with mushrooms. And then I'm gonna add mushrooms in. Give them a good toss. I just have this on a low medium heat. These are looking just about perfect, and they smell so good too. I added a little bit of salt, and I'm just gonna leave this for maybe like another 30 seconds. And then the very final step for making perfect burger is toasting up our buns. So I spread a little bit of butter on the bottoms, and then we'll just toast these up lightly so they get nice and warmed up, and then the insides get a little bit of golden brown. And then you can take your bun, and we'll put a little bit of the sauce on the bottom. And then place your burger on top of that. And then we'll grab some onions and some mushrooms. Oopsie. So hard to get everything on here. There were a few more mushrooms. And I gotta squish them on. Okay, that looks good. Then we'll grab our top bun. And I like just a little bit more sauce. So it's warm. Woo. Okay. And there we have it. How beautiful does that look? And we have our sweet potato fries and our ranch dressing. And it looks so yummy. Beautiful. And here we have it. Now, let's give it a try. I don't know if I'm going to be able to pick this up. It might make a huge mess. Mm. Oh my god. It's so good. Mm. That is a perfect burger. It was so good. The bun, perfection. The burger, like, even with just the salt and pepper, so flavorful and not cooked too much or anything. Really good. They have a sweet potato fry with the ranch. Yummy. So good. I love those. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you give this recipe a try. The full recipe is in the caption. And please like and subscribe for more cooking videos. Thank you. Bye.